What up, YouTube? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna go live for a couple and then I'm gonna hit the hay. Yeah. So I got a fucking rant and a drink combo. Some Mountain Dew and some Bud Light. Got like 6 left. Yes. Men are sick and tired of being shamed for being involuntarily celibate. That's become a thing now where it's like if men try to get laid, we get simp shamed. If we aren't getting laid, we're shamed for it. How are you supposed to win, dude? Now I got a rant. I got something to say. Shit pisses me off. And before you get too upset about it, remember, fellas, that women have been getting slut shamed for ages, dude. And now that men are starting to get a taste of what it's like, they hate it. I'm just saying. Punk Rock says chug, chug, chug. All right, I'll see what I can do. Excuse the bad manners. That's just good drink combo. No, it pisses me off. It's like if dudes try to get laid, we get called simps if we aren't getting laid because let's be real, ladies, you with me on this? Dating is hard. I don't care if you have Asperger's or not, dude. Like, there's a reason why they say love sucks. Valentine's Day is coming up, and if you're single on Valentine's Day, who cares? Make it about loving yourself instead of being like, oh, man, I don't have anybody. I can already tell you what I'm doing on Valentine's Day, finding the hottest of age woman to jack off to on Chatterbait, having a couple beers, and just making it about loving myself. Fucking chug that bitch. You see that? I don't know how Badlands Chugs does it. I tell you what. So can we stop shaming each other for getting or not getting it? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. One more chug. I'll see what I can do about that. But in the 4 years that I've gone without having sex or a relationship of any kind, romantically speaking, I've noticed that women and men are exactly the same. That whenever a man bitches about being single, women call him an incel and a simp and a piece of shit. And whenever women bitch about being single, men give them shit too. And it's just like, hey man, we've all been there. Why you gotta do that to people, you know? It's the truth. Not none of those actually. I'm a decent guy. I don't care if I don't give a fuck if women date me or not. I'm still gonna respect women. It's just the right thing to do, man, you know? Even if you're not getting laid, even if they are twice as disrespectful to you, just be the bigger man. Put your hands in your pocket and walk the fuck away. Hold on a second. Mm. It's not a need, it's a want. That's another thing that ticks me off about it, dude. It's like if dudes aren't getting laid, the language is you need some pussy. But if you're a chick and you haven't had dick in the same amount of time, you get told, as a woman, you get told, girl, you need a man in your life. Why is that any different? Ridiculous.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. It's easy to switch to Fi from the comfort of your home.
In Belgium, if a parent feeds their child on a vegan diet, they can go to jail. And a lot of vegans and
I agree with that. Absolutely.
vegetarians will say, well, I'm not going to offer comment.
Cancel me now. Isaiah Butterfield. Meat is good for you with Dr. Paul Mason. Mason? Eh. Yeah, don't force your kids to be vegan. That's child abuse, dude. And fuck sickos for that matter.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cancer in Our podcast. My name is Isaac Butterfield. If you're new here, please subscribe wherever you happen to be listening to this, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple iTunes, something else. Who gives a rat? It doesn't matter. The most important thing is you're listening to it. So hello and welcome. On today's episode, we have a very interesting gentleman, Dr. Paul Mason. Now, he is an expert when it comes to the low carb lifestyle, I think. And I think it's important to run with the term lifestyle rather than diet. It is a different way of living your life. It sort of goes against everything that you're used to. And it's something that I've employed in my life.
I have a high carb diet, mostly beer and like greasy, fatty, high calorie foods. And I acknowledge the fact that my diet is shit. Like, ugh, I acknowledge it firsthand. I don't give a shit though, because beer and pizza and burgers are delicious. And speaking of pizza, you gotta check out the new shirt. It says pizza and pot. It's on my customized girl. It's a shirt promoting the usage of marijuana and then just eating some pizza afterwards. You smoke weed, you get the munchies. Yes. No, I love smoking pot for my Asperger's. It's great, dude. Although sometimes I feel guilty about smoking marijuana just for my Asperger's because I feel like, hey man, your condition is not severe enough for it. Like there are people out there who need medical marijuana worse than I do. So I kind of guilt trip myself on that. So then like I'll go a couple of days without smoking it, even if I have money to get a bag kind of thing. But you can get CBD bud here in town, like straight up. I could have CBD marijuana delivered to my door right now if the shops were open. Like literally, I can order a glass pipe for weed, and it's great, dude. Like, so I appreciate Wyoming, being somewhat progressive and being like, well, I guess we'll allow CBD. I mean, Delta 8 and shit like that. And it's just like, it's a start. Casper, Wyoming has a really, really bad meth problem, and it would just be nice to see marijuana legalized completely. No bullshit, just straight up out the door. You know what I'm saying? We're more than likely going to get medical marijuana before we get full blown recreational. And, I don't even give a shit about getting stoned. The reason why I want marijuana to be legal in my state of good old Wyoming is because I think about how much money our economy could make. Okay, with all the natural resources like salt, oil, minerals, and oil, and what have you. You add marijuana to that, and holy shit, Wyoming would be filthy, stinking rich. I actually have a relative who has Parkinson's disease, and they're a bit older. I'm not going to name names, but it's just sad watching them try to eat as they're sitting there, kind of thing. And I think to myself, dude, if marijuana were legal, he wouldn't be having the shakes. So when I heard about Ozzy Osbourne getting Parkinson's, I'm like, it doesn't change my view of God himself. Not trying to stroke Ozzy Osbourne's ego, but that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Ozzy Osbourne could dye his hair hot pink and I'd still support him. You know what I'm saying? And I think to myself, YouTube, the world would be a much better place if we just legalized pot. You know what I'm saying? People would be too fucking like the economy. The economy sucks more dick than a hooker at a truck stop. People are rioting. We've been stuck in a fucking pandemic the last 2 goddamn fucking years. People are stuck inside. They're fucking miserable. They've binge watched every episode on Netflix at least twice. Every show, you know what I'm saying? People have been stuck in their goddamn houses waiting to get back to work, social distancing. And then that's why, there's so many reasons why I quit complaining about my dry spell. But that's just how it is, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people have been going sexless these last couple of years just because of social distancing. Could you imagine catching COVID from fucking your consenting of age partner? That would suck so hard. And you didn't even know they had it because some people don't even show symptoms, dude. But yeah, man. And Ozzy Osbourne can smoke weed legally. He lives in California where it's recreational. So like that's why I'm not too worried about it, kind of thing. Like, yeah, dude. But him and Sharon both smoke marijuana. I heard about it from his show, The Osbournes Wanna Believe. I want to watch a couple episodes. I've seen clips of it on YouTube, and I'm like, yes, where Ozzy and Sharon and Jack react to like freaking supernatural shit. And that's actually great for Ozzy and Sharon's. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to fart there. Goddamn. But like that's just great for Ozzy and Sharon's relationship. Like a couple who smokes together, stays together, kind of thing. Like marijuana is great for preventing cancer, and it just, I just think marijuana should be legal. That's all I'm saying. We start off with that. And I would legalize every drug out there except heroin and crystal meth and crocodile and shit like that. Everything else, fucking legalize it, tax the fuck out of it, regulate it so it's healthier. There'll be less overdoses. Oof, god damn it, I'm gassy all of a sudden. Ugh. And there'll be less gang violence too, man. It's pretty fucking sad to think that cocaine comes from a plant and yet it's illegal. When there are prescription drugs can cause overdoses too. That's the thing of it. Is there are legal drugs that cause addiction and overdoses. You know what I'm saying? Like cocaine is made from the same plant that makes chocolate. It's the truth. And like freaking chocolate's addicting, dude. There are people out there who are morbidly obese because they can't stop stuffing chocolate in their faces. And I'm like, which can cause a number of problems like diabetes and shit like that. But regrettably, chocolate's delicious. And there's nothing wrong with having sweets, man. It really isn't. Like, you got a sweet tooth? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? You know, fucking ass backwards it is for our society to be like, oh, you have to eat healthy, but then you gotta watch your figure, blah, blah, fuck off with that. And then fucking have like, some random fast food restaurant come out with like some brand new fucking item. Ridiculous. New from such and such place. Mozzarella bacon cheeseburger that's been deep fried. And you're just like, what? No, that's the truth. They're telling you to watch, our society tells you to watch your figure. And I'm like, fuck that. I say you live life to the fullest. You wanna eat like crap and drink like an alcoholic, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, but maybe potentially yourself. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? That's just the thing of it. That's what I believe in. Is you should be able to live life to the fullest. Like you want to have a bacon cheeseburger and a beer for dinner and some fries to go with it. Who the fuck's gonna stop you, dude? You know what I'm saying? It's just it should be a thing where it's just like, hey, that's your choice. Some jack off over here is gonna have a fucking salad, sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? And that's their choice. Which segue, I don't give a shit if you're vegan. That's your choice. But if you're gonna crap on everyone else for choosing to eat meat, go fuck yourself. These extremist vegan activists piss me off. You have vegan booty storming into a KFC, dumping fake blood all over the place. Some poor autistic bastard's gonna have to clean that up. She don't care. She don't care. The only time I get vegetables is if like I order a supreme pizza or if I get like a sandwich or a sub. That's the thing of it, YouTube, is I actually like vegetables, but I like meat more than I like vegetables. And that's just kind of my shtick. Is we're all gonna die, so it's like even if you spend your entire life being healthy, staying away from drugs and alcohol and shitty fast food, you're still gonna die. It doesn't change the outcome. You might live a little bit longer than everyone else, but dude, you know what I'm saying? Bell bottom blues, you make me cry. But there are Sorry, I had a brain fart. No, but there are people out there who choose. There are people out there who choose to live a healthier life, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But how fucking miserable would that be to be like, you're going for a power jog. You're going to jog a whole mile because you're in shape. Yeah. But you're jogging by your local Wendy's and you fucking smell the beef and the bacon coming out of the chimney. And you're just like, oh, that smells so good. You see some schlup in the fucking window just macking out on a triple bacon cheeseburger, like, grease and mayonnaise just dripping down their arm, and you're like, oh, that looks so good. Oh yeah. But then fucking you say to yourself, no, I don't need it. Nah. Just go home and eat a salad. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking miserable, dude. I don't mind the occasional salad, but I prefer meat. You think the first human beings on this miserable fucking planet survived because they were strictly vegan, like berries and shit? Now, the first human beings, they did eat mixed nuts and berries and any kind of plant that was edible that they could scavenge for, that didn't kill them or anything like that. But the first human beings also would hunt. Also, the first human beings were probably like that tall. But as people started cultivating food and pumping it full of hormones and all kinds of shit, all of a sudden humans went from being this tiny, the first human beings, to like the size we are now. And I'm at that point where I'm just like, I don't give a shit if I have a six pack, sucking my beer gut when I'm taking my shirt off on camera, just so I can be like, oh, look how sexy I am. Ugh, fuck that. Beer and meat. But you know what pisses me off about this? You got women who are screaming about equality, and yet do you see men having a body positivity movement? You fucking bloody well don't. You got women who are pissed off because, oh, we're sick and tired of society telling us how to shave our body hair. And I'm like, honey, join the club. You know how frustrating that is when you read some random BuzzFeed article about some pissed off feminist cunt who hates men sitting there fucking with their hairy armpits going, fuck the patriarchy. I'm sick and tired of being told how to shave my body hair. And then you look and you see a Manscaped commercial where some super hot chick is like, fellas, I don't know about you, but I like a smooth ride. And I'm over here like, what? Are you? Okay, that's cool. That is just fucking hypocritical as shit is what it is. So let me get this straight. If a woman tells us boys how to shave our ball hair, our fucking bollocks hair, that's perfectly okay. But like, tell a woman how to shave her fucking pits and you're a fucking chauvinistic male pig. Gotcha. I see how this works. I'll get to the Butterfield here in a second. I'm sipping on my beer and venting. Yes. Regrettably, dating and people suck. And sometimes they just, you know what I'm saying, YouTube? They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't, people just don't get it half the time. It's always about their own personal struggle, never about the struggle of the entire picture. If women and men who hate each other, you got these men who hate women, and you got these women who hate men, and it's all about their own personal struggle. Wah, being a man is so hard. Being a woman is so hard. Wah. And it shouldn't be about which gender has it harder. It should be about both genders have it hard, and we should be there for each other. Work together as a human society to improve. Shit. This is why I say power to the people. Because it's in our hands. You know, one person's not going to change shit. All I can do is say the select words to get your mind thinking like, damn it, Cobra's right.
For a long time. I'm not on a low carb diet at the moment. I'm actually pigging out like a big fat piece of shit that I am.
Don't call it pigging out. That's just degrading. You're enjoying food. The late and great Louis Anderson, this funny comedian, he joked about his weight. And I feel like anybody who can make fun of themselves in front of a crowd of people, that takes balls. You know, you look at Bob Saget as well. Like, a lot of people called him Saget the faggot when he was growing up in high school and shit. And he grew up to be $100 millionaire. Like, he made $100 million, starred in America's Funniest Home Videos and Full House. And then he also became a very successful comedian, of which he would use being bullied as a way, as part of his act. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though he's straight, he joked about sucking all his cock, and that's what made Bob Saget funny. You know what I'm saying? Shit, excuse me. And I'm like, that had to suck growing up. And I can't begin to, dude, I got bullied and teased and harassed when I was in high school. Like, when I was a senior in high school, we had this substitute for gym class. And I'm rocking my long hair like I have now, you know what I'm saying? Only it was a lot fuller back then. And the gym teacher was doing roll call, and this fucking little skank in my gym class. Here's how it happens. The gym teacher was like, Josh Saunders, and I said, here, as you would if your teacher is taking attendance. Present, kind of thing, you know, whatever, right? And then some little fucking cunt in my gym class was like, oh, that's Saunders. He's the weird kid. And instead of calling her a fucking stupid every name in the book, I said, yeah, I'm weird and I'm proud of it. Well, at the end of the year, when I was in gym class and we had open gym, pretty much to stay active kind of thing, I had on a muscle shirt showing off my huge biceps. That same little cunt that called me the weird kid in school was totally checking me out like, hey. And that's what I find funny about life, is you could get bullied in school and then become super famous when you're an adult. You know, Bob Saget has his own YouTube channel, and he does podcasts. I haven't watched all of them yet, but I will eventually. So it's like having a piece of Bobby that's still here. That's the cool thing about technology. Is I've had dogs that have died of old age, but I made videos with them on my YouTube channel. So that's cool. You know what I'm saying? In its own sense. Like, that's the cool thing about technologies. We lose loved ones and pets and family and friends. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the cool thing about technology, is even though Bob Saget's dead, his legacy will live on YouTube through his videos, through his comedy. Yeah. You know, that's what I admire about Saget and frickin' Louis Anderson, is they could make fun of themselves. They could laugh at themselves. That's a healthy characteristic to have. People make fun of me for having Asperger's, and I'm like, I make fun of myself all the time, dude. Like, every time I rip ass, I'm like, oh, it smells like Asperger's. Or when the trolls are being assholes, I could tell them to kiss my Asperger's. No, I try to have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what life's really all about. You really can't take life too seriously, otherwise you'll never be happy. You know what I'm saying? Bigger question, can you put your phone down, stick it in your pocket, put it on silent, and just sit and stare at the pretty sunsets? That's the problem with our fucking society anymore, man. Is people are so far up their own ass with their own self-righteousness, and then on top of that, they got their fucking cell phones doing this number. Everyone's always on their goddamn phone, fucking texting, checking their Twitter, checking their Instagram. And it's like, okay, I like cell phones. I like what they do. You can, like, geek out and turn on your favorite cell phone app and start playing Angry Birds or some shit, which is all fine and dandy. But at the same time, you gotta be able to just put your phone in your pocket and be like, there's an amazing sunset right in front of you. The sun is setting over the mountains. It's majestic. It's pretty. It's nature. You know what I'm saying? No offense to Kim Kardashian, but when she bitched about not having any cell phone reception over at Kanye West's ranch here in Wyoming, which I believe he sold, I'm like, honey, that's not the point. Wyoming's a very pretty state. We have a lot of pretty spots where you can experience nature and the outdoors. A lot of people don't realize how pretty of a state Wyoming really is. You might have like your open highways and like, but yeah, if you're a local Wyoming night, yeah. Like, I'll give you an example. Here in Casper, we have Crimson Dawn, which I love Crimson Dawn. Oh my God, dude. The history, just the energy, the location. Yeah. We also have the waterfall. You know what I'm saying? We have Lake Alcova. You go out past the reservation and you drive through a couple winds and turns and shit like that. And like, it's really fucking pretty, dude. Wyoming has like here in like Casper kind of thing. We have a lot of really pretty nature spots, dude. That's no bullshit. I'll drink to that. I heard one stand-up comedian go, Walmart's just one, but excuse me, blah, blah, blah. I heard one comedian literally, shit you not, was like, why would you want to go to Wyoming? It's just one giant Walmart parking lot. And I was like, screw you. I'm like, you're going to crap on them just because you haven't been to the States? That's the thing of it, dude. Like, I'm not going to judge a state based off of that state's stereotypes. Like, a lot of people trash talk Utah, and I'm just like, have you been there? Have you experienced their culture and what they're about? Oh, you haven't, so why the fuck you talking shit? Yeah. No, I'm serious. Casper, Wyoming has a lot of really, really pretty nature spots. And right next to Crimson Dawn is Bear Trap. Oh my goodness. And it's just it's so awesome, dude. Like the forest and the mountains. It's really pretty shit, man. I can get down on a nature walk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just appreciate the simplicity of it. Its elegance and its majesticness kind of thing. That's one of the reasons why I love summertime in spring in like Wyoming and shit because of all the pretty nature spots. And they're like, oh, hey, the snow cleared up. The snow cleared up. We can go hiking now, kind of thing. Yeah. Excuse me. Crimson Dawn is my favorite nature spot here in Casper of all times, just because of the history it has. If you're from Casper, you know exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Crimson Dawn has a history of witchcraft and shit like that. Sure does. Like, the history of Crimson Dawn is, yeah. I mean, to be fair, like I said in my last live stream, there are people out there who do really fucked up shit in the name of their religion, regardless of what it is. You could be a witch or a Christian. You know what I'm saying? I've even seen people that were like Christian and witch at the same time, and I'm like, how the fuck does that work? Like, that's dumb in my opinion. Like, you want to talk about no, dude, you want to talk about stupid, like, yeah, Christian witches are a thing and it's dumb as shit. I'm like, you don't mix Christianity with witchcraft. They're two different religions. It doesn't work. Your powers are not real if you're doing that kind of crap. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, that satanic goth hippie metalhead warlock mother truckers on YouTube again. Yeah. No, I'm getting off topic, dude. Let's get back to this video. Meat is good for you with Dr. Paul Mason. Cancel me now, best bits from Isaac Butterfield.
But I tell you what, it is something that I've really enjoyed implementing into my life over the past 5 or so years. So yeah, I think people are going to get a lot out of this conversation. This dude,
like, regrettably, and this is in defense of Louis Anderson and just people in general, food is delicious. Some bastard opens up a restaurant and their dessert special is deep fried cheesecake, and you're like, motherfucker. That actually sounds fucking delicious. You take a slice of like strawberry cheesecake and then you deep fry it in like a graham cracker crust. Oh, that sounds decadent, dude. That's just kind of my attitude about life. Like, you're gonna die anyways, so you might as well enjoy life to the fullest. Have a couple beers, shove a bacon cheeseburger into your stomach, and appreciate the sunsets and like the little moments in life, which most people would take for granted, kind of thing. But yes, I'll be getting those wands in the mail tomorrow. Yes. So customers, keep a lookout for those, because all 5 of those, 2 of them are going to Los Angeles. That's what's up. One's going to Philadelphia. One's going to New York. I'm not going to give the names of my customers away. That's none of your business. But that's just cool how I make the wands, and like I ship them all over the states. I do worldwide too, dude. Like, I'll ship wands to the UK, to Canada. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna risk getting cancer from smoking these fucking cigarettes, possible liver failure from drinking alcohol, and like clogged arteries from all the greasy fast food that I eat, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Could you imagine being on your deathbed? You've lived your entire life eating as healthy as possible. And then on your deathbed, someone hands you a deep fried Twinkie and a deep fried Snickers, and they're both wrapped in bacon. And you're having your last meal, like, yeah, fuck it. And it's so goddamn good. It's making your mouth water. It's doing all the things that unhealthy fried food does, like, and in that moment, you realized all the food you could have potentially tried and still be healthy if you moderate it. And then, boop, you flatline. You're dead. Fuck that. That'd be miserable, dude. Could you imagine that shit? I mean, I've said that before on my channel, but it's the truth, YouTube. That would suck so fucking hard. Be like, oh, wow, congratulations.
Is not only an expert when it comes to nutrition, but also when it comes to the way that the human body works. According to his website here, he has a master's in occupational health. He holds degrees in physiotherapy, and
so if you become a member of Isaiah Butterfield's YouTube channel, and you can get 15% off his merchandise.
he obtained his medical degree with honours from the University of Sydney, and is currently a specialist registrar in the Australian College of Sport and Exercise Medicine. He's worked with the Penrith Panthers, Sydney FC, and the men's Australian men's water polo team, and the Futsalaroos, whatever that is. But it sounds impressive. So this guy is a very interesting gentleman to have on.
Like, the only reason, how I found out about that vegan teacher was through Isaac Butterfield's videos, and I instantly disliked her. Like, she is such a cucumber carrot eating cunt. It's like, okay, if you're vegan, that's your choice, love. But fucking the psycho racist, just batshit crazy. Like the vegan teacher tried so goddamn hard to compare eating bacon to the Holocaust of 6 million Jews. I'm like, okay, regardless of whether or not pork is kosher in the Jewish religion, which I don't think it is, don't directly quote me on it. That's not the fucking point. You might call me a speciesist for saying it, but human lives are kind of more important than animals. Even though I love animals, 1000%. My least favorite animal would have to be a mongoose. I mean, because, I'm obsessed with cobras, but that's beside the point. Even though I fucking hate mongooses, they play an important part of the ecosystem. They keep the cobra population in check. And for that, I can appreciate that, because if mongooses did not eat cobras, they would overpopulate and die out. And then we wouldn't have the little Indian cobra, monocle cobra kind of thing. Which, by the way, I can legally own a cobra in Wyoming, but I'd have to pay like $2,000. It would have to be devenomed and raised on pinks. Which, the whole devenomizing snakes is for your safety, but that just seems like unnecessary cruelty to the snake. Just for the spurg of, hey, look, YouTube, I got a monocled cobra chilling out on my shoulder who's a pretty snake. I might, if I built my clock tower dream house, I'd probably get a pet cobra. I'd start off with like a little monocled cobra, and then like eventually work my way up to owning, a king. You ever heard a king cobra growl? It sounds demonic as shit. I fucking love it. You hear it in the opening of the song Troll Slayer. You hear the stupid fucking trolls, take this. you hear like the double barrel shotgun being loaded and closed and the safety being disengaged and then the sound of a double barrel shotgun being shot, which I took that from a Hickok 45 video. I was like, Hickok 45 shooting double barrel 12 gauge. I found a video and I clipped like 2 shots from his video and added it to Troll Slayer, which I don't. Yeah, no, I got a new computer. So I don't have Troll Slayer on my computer anymore. It's on my old one, but the old one doesn't want to work. The old computer I want to take to like Darth Winnie's shooting range and just plink the shit out of it for a YouTube video. I think that'd be kind of fun. So like, yeah, hit the like if you want to see that happen. I enjoy going out and responsibly shooting guns at a reasonable and safe location outside of town. King Cobra JFS shooting videos are freaking legendary. Remember that one time when I was shooting my 12 gauge and fucking I'm all crouched down trying to get myself in the camera lens and I went and the recoil was so bad that when I was crouched down I literally fell back on my ass. And I'm just sitting there laughing about it. You know, good, clean Wyoming fun. Guns are like pit bull owners. They get a bad name because of their owners, dude. That is the fucking truth. Hashtag guns not the problem.
Show, and I hope you enjoy it.
Like, yeah, I support gun rights, but I'm just appalled by mass shootings. I fucking hate mass shootings, dude. That's the kind of crap the fucking radical left likes to use in their fucking stupid bullshit argument. Oh, this is why we need to make guns illegal because they kill people. I'm like, well, if you want to make guns illegal because they kill people, let's just ban everything while we're at it. Fast food, alcohol, tobacco, cigarettes, cars, cell phones. Because cell phones cause cancer. I don't see them making a fuss about banning their fucking smartphones. And it's like, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Like, if guns killed people, then how come my shit hasn't sprouted legs and arms and a goddamn self-conscious? You know what I'm saying? Fucking hate mass shootings, dude.
If I can, I'll just go through what brought me to begin a ketogenic diet and a low carb lifestyle, if you will, and how I found out about you. I found out about
the thing about living a low carb diet is, yes, you'll be skinnier, but you're going to require more of it to maintain energy. That's the thing of it. If you have a high carb diet, the thing of it is food isn't necessarily the enemy. It's what you do with it. You can sit there and shove like 2 big ass double bacon cheeseburgers down your gullet into your stomach and then like slam 4 pints of beer afterwards and have like a big ass thing of garlic french fries with Parmesan cheese and a side of ranch. Okay, you consume all those calories, you just sit on your ass and do nothing. That's the thing of it. It's what you do with the food. It's not the food itself that's the enemy. It's what you do with those carbs. Because carbs, in my opinion, okay, this isn't direct science, but this is what I've noticed. Carbs are not the enemy. It's what you do with those carbs. You yourself are your own worst enemy. Like, some people are just naturally husky. They can't help it. And regrettably, food's delicious. But it's what you do with those carbs. You know, if you just sit there and shove fucking junk food and crap down your gullet and you don't exercise, of course you're gonna get fat. That's just how it is. And you know, it doesn't have to be anything significant. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, I'm training for the Olympics. Oh, you know what I'm saying? If you want to live healthier, you just fucking get up and go for a walk around your block, kind of thing. You know, you got dogs, take them for a walk. Go to a park. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing of it. Like people think, oh, I can't have this food because it's bad for you, and it's like, no, food is not the enemy. It's what you do with that food. You want to shove fucking junk food, cheesecake, burgers, mozzarella, deep fried cheese sticks down your gullet. Oh, yummy. It's what you do with it. Like I guarantee you, I can get fat just sitting here on YouTube all day, shoving fast food and deep fried, hard boiled eggs down my gullet, drinking beer left and right. But if I don't get up and go for a walk or at least try to exercise, then of course I'm gonna get a little fat. I need to get my bike fixed. Man, that fucking front tire needs to be replaced again. Ugh.
Through Michaela Peterson. She put me
I
on to
still have my chopper bike. I'm never getting rid of that thing. That thing is beast.
and I started following on Twitter and looking at the really interesting things that you were saying in regards to things like a low carb diet. But for me, I started having an issue with epilepsy, if you will. Now, the problem I have is it's actually called paroxysmal dyskinesia. I'm sure that means something to you. Even to me, who has it, means absolutely nothing. But I say epilepsy because my neurologist said it's similar. Just say that. It's much easier. So basically, what I read was it can help. A low carb or ketogenic diet can help with problems like epilepsy. They give it to kids, or they prescribe it to kids, the diet, if they are not responding to medication. So I started to do that. And I cut out carbs, I cut out sugar, and I ate a high-fat, low-carb diet. I did not have an issue with this, the turn that I was having, and this is what the doctors were calling it, a turn. So basically, my head and my eyes turn to the left side of my body. I go blind in one eye, and it lasts like that. I remain conscious throughout the entire thing, and it lasts like that for about 15 seconds, absolute max. So I was having one of these every couple of months, let's say, particularly when I was playing football, because one of the triggers was a collision or a quick movement of the eyes or something like that that would trigger it. So I jumped on the keto diet and they stopped. And as a byproduct, I was about 134 kilos. And as a byproduct, I lost an enormous amount of weight. I got down to about 94, 95 kilos. And so I'm 6'8", so obviously that's quite a low number. And I was feeling great. All of a sudden, I was running these mad distances. I was beating people at training, all those type of things I was never able to do. And everyone said to me, that's not healthy. You're eating too much meat, too much saturated fat, all of those types of things. And I'm sure that that's the...
Speaking of meat, I'm munching on one of these fucking Jersey Mikes. Yes. Party sub.
The feedback that you get anytime you talk about these diets or these lifestyle changes. For me, it was something that I did research about. I listened to people on the subject and realized that, okay, maybe saturated fat isn't the devil that we're all terrified of. Okay, yes, egg.
But going back to what I was saying earlier, YouTube. God, is women, you hate being slut shamed. So why the fuck are you gonna simp shame somebody? Like you want men to be nice to you, but at the same time, you want to date an asshole until you're sick of their shit. That makes no goddamn sense. Oh my god, this is so good. Would absolutely order this again from Jersey Mike's. This is so good, dude. Not a sponsor. Go have this bad motherfucker for breakfast tomorrow when I wake up. I asked for jalapenos, but I don't taste the jalapenos on here. I think they might have been out. I ain't tripping about it, to be honest. Good sub. Oh my god, that's good. I'll say that little sandwich right there for breakfast. That sounds tasty. Wake up to a little bit of Jersey Mike's. But in some incidences, like Butterfield said, yes, even though a high carb diet isn't necessarily the blame for your weight gain, it's what you do with those carbs. You're sitting there playing video games, you don't move, the only movement you do is this. Someone calls you, pause. But that's actually interesting, Mr. Butterfield. I didn't know that. That certain foods can make your epilepsy worse. I didn't know that. Well, to some degree, that's true because if you have epilepsy, you don't want to be drinking like energy drinks and shit if you have epilepsy. So that I can understand that. Now, my buddy Alex Anderson, rest in peace, homie. He had grand mal's seizures, and it was sad, dude. Because just out of nowhere, he'd get that look on his face, and then he'd plop on the floor and start flopping like a fish, banging his head against shit. And I've had to bring Alex Anderson out of a couple of seizures. He said, if I ever go into one on, just stick your right there like that, press in like that, behind the ear kind of thing. And it was sad, dude. That ended up taking his life, to be honest. Alex Anderson died from having a really bad seizure, and his epilepsy took his life. So whenever I hear about people who have epilepsy, I genuinely feel bad for them. I actually have a buddy, Rasta Jeremy, who also has epilepsy, and you know what I'm saying? It's miserable, dude. I can't begin to imagine. That's what puts shit into perspective, YouTube. It's like you want to bitch about having Asperger's, but there are people out there who have it way worse. You know, and it's like, aside from that, going back to the whole sex and dating bullshit, is people who are going through a fucking dry spell, who are craving an of-age companion, they don't want to be constantly reminded of why they're depressed. You need to get laid. You need to get laid. It's not a need, it's a want. And treating sex like it's a need contributes to our rape culture. You want to have a discussion about this? I mean, fuck Elliot Rogers, but like, look at that fucking incel piece of shit going on YouTube bitching because he can't get laid. And I'm like, dude, if you are driving around in sports cars and you can't get a chick to fucking suck your dick, that's on you, man. I've got chicks to notice me just from riding my bitchin' chopper bike around town. It's not an actual chopper with a motor, but it's chopper-like. It's a rat fink pedal bike with some big ass ape hangers. I still have it. It's parked in my bedroom with a flat front tire at the moment. I haven't had the time to drag it down to the bike shop and have them fix it. But as the weather starts getting warmer, I plan on getting my bike fixed because I miss riding it. Oh, yes. Dude. Like I said, I don't even give the amount of added jalapenos to it. I can't even taste it just because of all the everything else that's on it. Because the aftertaste, I can kind of taste it. So they might have added it. I don't even know, and I don't even care because that Jersey Mike sub I ordered earlier, delicious. But yeah, dude, fucking, I'm ranting about all kinds of shit in this video.
Cholesterol in them, but is that dietary cholesterol going to translate to bad cholesterol in the bloodstream? There was an enormous.
Like, I'll be real with you, the Saunders men in my family, we have a history of high blood pressure. And dude, it is what it is. Like I said, regrettably, food is delicious. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Food is fucking delicious. That's kind of a shit thing to say, to be like, oh, you gotta watch your figure and your diet, and fuck all that. You know what it takes to maintain a six-pack abs? You literally have to starve yourself and eat like vegetables and shit. Which there's nothing wrong with eating vegetables, but how fucking miserable would that be to be like, yeah, you're going to Texas Roadhouse for a delicious big ass fucking steak, or not? Like all your friends are sitting there macking out on this delicious medium rare steak, and you're having a salad because you're trying to watch your figure. Fuck that. Like if you learn to have a healthy balance of high carbs, meats, and vegetables, that's the key to it, dude. Yeah. What's a locksmith's favorite diet? I heard it was the keto diet. Get it? Key. Uh, what's a deer's favorite skateboarder? Bucky Lassick. Yeah, Josh jokes. Okay. Yeah.
Amount of pushback from people who I spoke to. And I wondered, maybe today we could talk about what the ketogenic diet is, how it can help people, or a low carb variant, perhaps. I'm not sure what you prefer or what you prescribe.
I guess at the end of the day, it really depends on the person because sometimes people are just, I can't speak for everyone because I have a high metabolism. If I get fat, this is as fat as I get. Right here. This is as fat as I get. See that? It's as fat as I get. I've tried gaining more weight than that, but that's literally as fat as I get. I can't get any fatter than that just because of my metabolism. So I'm extremely grateful for my metabolism. And every time I look at myself naked in the mirror and go, oh, you fat, autistic, ugly piece of shit, I have to remind myself, dude, knock it off. There were dudes out there who are 4 times fatter than you are who wish they could be as skinny as you. Knock it off. And that's what I was, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, we all feel somewhat self conscious about the way we look. And I'm like, You gotta love your body and just be proud of who you are. If you're a decent motherfucker, who gives a fuck what you look like?
Just give people an understanding of what that entire world is.
Sure. Well, there's also two interesting points that you talked about there, and that's people's fear of saturated fat and meat. So
And why you gotta fear saturated fat and meat?
I think saturated fat is the elephant in the room. So that's probably the first one that we should deal with. But in essence, a ketogenic diet is a diet where you reduce the carbohydrate intake sufficiently so that your body burns fat.
Here's my take on it. The only reason you should eat gluten-free food is if you're allergic to it. Like one of my favorite YouTubers to watch, SS Sniper Wolf, she is allergic to gluten, and so she has to eat gluten-free options, which I get that. Yo. Not trying anything, but speaking of really hot of age female YouTubers. Hello, friends, it's me, and today I think Sniper Wolf's sexiness is a bonus. Her videos are actually really entertaining, especially when she does the TikTok reactions of people just doing random shit on TikTok. Satisfying Sundays.
And turns that fat into something called ketones. Basically, a ketogenic diet is a description of your body burning fat, making something called ketones, and then using those ketones for fuel. And with reference to what you had diagnosed as paroxysmal dyskinesia, which is...
And that's kind of the bitch of it, to be honest, when it comes to the whole diet, exercise thing. You know what I'm saying? Is when you get done eating a high calorie diet and your gut is just bursting from being full and you're just like, you want to go into a food coma and just take a nap and sleep it off. And that's regrettably the bitch of it. Is food's delicious. Food is fucking delicious. You know what I'm saying? You got candied bacon and shit like that, and you're just like, what? And that's just the struggle of it. You want to sit there and fucking society telling you to diet properly and exercise, but then on the other side of it, fucking random fast food restaurant comes out, like I said, with some random shit. And then you try it and you're hooked on it like crack, and then they take it away. That's what ticks me off about fast food anymore. It's like when McDonald's comes out with their pull apart donuts. And then your boy Cobra makes the bacon double donut quarter pounder. You know what I'm saying? And the sandwich I thought was good, but then one day I go to order it so I can make it again. And then they're like, oh, we don't have the donuts anymore. And I'm like, oh, you bastards. It's the truth. Or when Taco Bell comes out with their toasted cheddar chalupa. Oh my god, dude. So fucking good. And then they got you hooked on that shit oh my god. And then they take it away. I've often said if Taco Bell took their toasted cheddar chalupa supreme with beef and then merged it with their Doritos nacho cheese locos taco supreme and made a quesalupa with it with a bunch of cheddar cheese and nacho cheese between the Dorito shell and the toasted cheddar chalupa shell, and they added bacon to the beef and called it the bacon toasted cheddar quesalupa. They would have a fucking fire item, dude. Oh my god. If Taco Bell did that, oh my god, they would have customers out the fucking door. But that's the thing about it. Like, a bunch of people have crazy ideas for fast food menu items. And when you're like a major CEO of this shit, you probably hear it all the time. And it's, yeah. But yeah, that's the bitch of it, YouTube. Like, food is fucking delicious. So you know what I'm saying? It's just like people are sitting there saying, "Hey, don't smoke," while they try to make cigarettes look as glamorous as possible. Although these days, if you're a cigarette smoker, people just look at you like, "Ugh," and you want to look at them like, "Hey, man, don't judge me. I'm not judging you for your disgusting habits." These fucking assholes who are shoving Big Macs down their fucking throats. And then they want to fucking wag their finger at you because you're a smoker. And it's just like, fuck you.
Basically, in medicine, by the way, we like to confuse people by putting really complex words onto simple descriptions. Paroxysmal just means something that occurs suddenly, and dyskinesia basically translates into, say, a poor movement. So when they said paroxysmal dyskinesia...
That is so fucking true, it hurts. Yeah. People do like to confuse other people with fancy big words. It's like, you ever go to the store and then just like read the ingredients on the back of some shit and you're just looking at it like, how the fuck do you pronounce that? Is that even a real word? What the fuck is it? You put it back on the shelf, pull out your phone and like Google it. Like, hey Siri, what the fuck does this shit mean, kind of thing, And most people are too fucking lazy to figure out what the fuck it means. They're like, well, it says it's healthy, so it must be healthy. And I'm like, stop. Just because it says it's a healthier alternative doesn't necessarily mean it is. You look at vaping, for instance, people who smoke cigarettes aren't likely to get cancer from it until they're like 50, 60, 70 years old, kind of thing. But people who vape are likely to get popcorn lung a lot quicker than somebody is to get lung cancer from cigarettes. I mean, and that's just my personal opinion, is vaping is twice as bad for you as tobacco. And it's twice as addicting because of all the crazy flavors, which, eh, when vaping first came out, I was against it, but now that I've tried it, I'm all right with it. It's another form of nicotine at the end of the day.
They're really saying, oh, you just had these movements that occur suddenly. That's literally all they said back to you. But anyway,
yeah, right. That's helpful. Thank you. I didn't.
Like, you're reading the back of the ingredients. Hydroglutamine, fentanyl, blah 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 blah, whatever. That's how it is, and you're just like, what the fuck is hydroglutamine, fentanyl, kind of thing. I know fentanyl is a drug that you take, but I was just using that as an example. You get what I'm jiving at, man. It's just like some gibberish on the back of the. We have to list the ingredients for legal purposes, so you can't sue us later, kind of thing. And it's just like, there's another thing that pisses me off. How fucking sue happy our fucking society is. Well, I'm gonna sue you. Well, I'll sue you first. And it's like, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna sue you because you farted in my general direction. Hey, you fucking wanker cunt. It was an accident.
I didn't know that. Thanks, Doc.
And that's medicine in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Let's confuse things. Let's confuse people.
And that's the truth. I will agree to that 1000%. People are more persuaded when they're confused. Like, instead of being like honest with a motherfucker, let's make a medicine that has 10 billion side effects to one solution. Excuse me. Oof. That tastes like Jersey Mike's and beer. Yeah, yummy. No, it's the truth. We got all these fucking prescription drugs and medicines that have like 10 zillion side effects to one solution. That's why a lot of people do not want cannabis legal because we know the side effects of marijuana. It makes you hungry, happy, sleepy, less depressed, and thirsty, and then paranoid. Cottonmouth. Yes. The first time I tried marijuana, I was 18 years old, and I was a senior going to Natrona County High School. My buddy Tevin and me would hang out at lunchtime because they let you leave school campus when I was a senior in high school, and we'd leave school campus for lunch and we'd smoke cigarettes and smoke weed, and then like if we had like 20 or 30 minutes left of lunch, I'd come back and I'd grab like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something quick, and a chocolate milk if they had it. And I was set, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love smoking pot. It's a beautiful feeling. Black flame to light my green smoke. Black flame in reference to Lucifer and Satanism, and the green smoke being, cannabis. Smoking weed and dabbling in the occult and smoking dabs, that kind of thing.
To confuse the actual doctors, so they don't know what's right and what's wrong. Now, the beautiful thing about ketones is that the body loves it for energy, especially the brain. And it's long been known that a brain that's burning ketones operates absolutely fabulously. There's been this myth that's been propagated.
It doesn't matter if you're doing ketones or whatever. Like, the point being is that food gives you energy, period. It doesn't matter what food you're eating so much. It's just the simple fact of food is the body's gasoline. Okay? If your body is a car, then carbs and food are the gasoline. And that's just the easiest way to explain it. And to keep that engine running, it's kind of like maintaining your car. There are certain things you don't want to like stick inside your car's gas tank. So that's,
for, I don't know how long, over 100 years. And it's been dispelled way back in the 1960s that you must have carbohydrates for the brain to function. Well, that's complete and utter bunkum. It's absolutely not true at all. You can literally ingest 0 carbohydrates and be in fantastic, robust health. And there are some cells in the body, like the red blood cells or some of the cells in the eye, that do.
Yeah, you can, and that's just exactly my point. Is it really doesn't? I mean, yeah, it depends on what you eat, but fucking
glucose, which is a carbohydrate. And you know what? If your body needs that glucose, it will make that glucose. The body has a process called gluconeogenesis, which means making glucose, and that will work if your carbohydrate intake is low enough that it needs to. So basically, a ketogenic diet is just a very low carbohydrate diet. Now, if we take carbohydrates out of the diet, then that means that the 2 other macronutrients need to be increased. So that's higher in protein and higher in fat. And the fat is the thing that everybody gets worked up on. Because once upon a time, we came up with a little fairy tale. Some bloke, Nikolai Anikov, he was a Russian scientist, he decided to force feed rabbits, these little, fluffy things that eat grass. He force fed rabbits pure cholesterol. And he found that they developed problems with the heart. So he developed this theory that cholesterol caused heart disease. And then this other guy, Ansel Keys, he came up with a theory, well, eating saturated fat increases the cholesterol in your blood, therefore that.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that. I actually agree that eating a diet high in calories and saturated fat can can lead to high cholesterol and high blood pressure and all this other shit. Which that's your choice at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a diet that's like high in cholesterol? Do it up, man. Even if you go to the doctor and like, doc, I don't know what's wrong with me. Fucking, well, what's your diet consist of? And then you start listing off all the horrible shit that you eat. And the doctor's going, well, no wonder why you got high blood pressure. Under pressure. Dun, 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 shh. Down, down. But fuck all that, dude. When it comes to like your diet, it's really your choice. And I think personally, fuck what anyone thinks. Like, oh, that person's da da da. You know, fuck that. I don't care if you're fat, skinny. I don't care what your face looks like. If you're a decent motherfucker, you're a good person, then you're a good person. You know, like fucking, ugh, dude.
Must cause heart disease. This was based on an experiment where they fed rabbits cholesterol. You can't make this stuff up. And there's a long line of dominoes that continues from there. But basically that meant that we have our current dietary guidelines that has us completely and utterly fearful of saturated fat. The simple fact is, though, that saturated fat has never been proven to be unhealthy. And in actual fact, there's been several studies.
You heard it from the expert, Dr. Paul Masson. Saturated fat has never been proven to be unhealthy, which coincides with my theory that it's not necessarily the food you eat that makes you fat, it's what you do with it. You order like a large Pizza Hut pizza, meat lovers with stuffed crust and extra cheese and extra bacon, and you smother it in garlic butter, and you're just like, and you eat half of it in one sitting. Then you slam like a couple of beers afterwards, and you're just like, oh, having that fucking foodgasm moment kind of thing. And it's just like, yeah, but if you don't get up and like move and process, see, like saturated fat's not the enemy, it's what you do with it. And I'm not saying that you should start eating unhealthy and, and all that. That's your choice. I'm saying it doesn't matter what the fuck you eat. It's what you do with those carbs, man. If you sit there with like a party-sized bag of nacho cheese Doritos, eat the whole fucking bag in one sitting, and then slam like 4 bacon cheeseburgers on top of it, and then for dessert you drink a whole bottle of Hershey's chocolate syrup, and then you slam a couple Mountain Dews after that, after you get done drinking beer. That sounds extremely unhealthy, but like, yeah. And then if you don't move after that, you just sit there and like do nothing with those carbs, you're gonna get fat. Simple truth of the matter.
Good quality studies that have proved its safety that have actually been covered up. So I'll tell you about 3 of them. So we'll start with one called the Sydney Diet and Heart Study, because Sydney, that's where I live, this is where I practice. So this was done in the late 60s and early 70s, and they took men who had had heart attacks, and they took the saturated fat out of their diet, out of some of them diet. So it's a randomized trial. So basically what that means is they give some of them the intervention and some of them they leave as a control, and that way they can compare the difference between the 2 groups. This is how real science is done. So in the control group, they said, keep eating as you will. In the intervention group, they said, take out that saturated fat and have this vegetable oil. And what they found was that the men who reduced their saturated fat and ingested more vegetable oil, this so-called healthy polyunsaturated fat, their mortality increased 62%. Think about that. Vegetable oil, you die more. But then why haven't you heard about it? Because the researchers, they never published the results. It was quite literally Remember, this finished, I think it was in 1973, the study finished. The results weren't published until 2013. And that was after somebody, an investigator, he had heard about this study and wondered where this data was, and he tracked down one of the original investigators or one of their children if they'd passed.
This is exactly why you see weightlifters who consume, like if you lift weights and you want to get gains and muscles, kind of thing, freaking, this is why weightlifters will carb up. They eat a high protein based diet full of carbs and protein. That's exactly my point, YouTube. Bloody hell, I'm already feeling a little. Fucking smoke a cigarette after this stream and go to bed because it is late. And like, why do that to yourself? It's good to have the occasional salad and to eat your vegetables. And it's just the same as it's good to have the occasional bit of chocolate or something sweet. You know what I'm saying? Because can you imagine how dull and boring life would be if we didn't have chocolate or sweets or sugary drinks? I mean, yeah, to some degree, our society would be healthier, but imagine how dull that would be if we didn't have salt and shit. I'm just saying, it's a bitch move for our society to give us shit about our weight, and then fucking fast food comes out with some brand new menu item. I'm talking in circles at this point. But yeah, dude. Quite frankly, I get to the point anymore, I'm like, I don't care how fat I get. We live in a body positive society. And even if women have a body positivity movement and us men don't have it, fuck off. I don't need some body positivity bullshit to feel confident with the way I look. You know. Yeah. I don't give a shit, dude. The same can be said for women. Women, you don't need some bullshit body positivity movement to have confidence. You have to create a whole movement just to feel good about yourself instead of just being like, you know what? I got this. That's my whole shtick. And okay, before you come at me, the whole reason the body positivity movement was created more so for women is because women are held to a higher beauty standard than men. Most of society doesn't give a shit if you're a dude, you're hairy, and you got a fucking dad bod. It's the truth. Or the women are hairy or a little bit fat, people look at them like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, but that's kind of unfair, to be honest. But at the same time, I've seen women who have higher standards than men, and they themselves don't even match the standards. Yeah, I've seen it on YouTube videos of women who have these dating profiles, and they're a little bit overweight to just damn, as Fluffy would say. And then you got them saying, no fatties. And I'm like, wait a minute. So let me get this straight. If a guy says he doesn't want to date fat chicks, he's a fucking pig piece of shit. But if a woman says, regardless if she's fat or not, she doesn't want to date fat dudes, that's just perfectly okay. That's fucking hypocrisy at its finest. Kiss my ass. This is why I quit bitching about my dry spell, because women are just as shallow as men. And it's the fucking truth. in defense of people in general, not everyone is extremely shallow, but this is where a lot of men are getting pissed off about dating, is because as men we're being told, oh, if you reject her because she's loud or has an opinion or she's too fat, you can't handle a strong woman. We're now being told as men, you're not allowed to have opinions. Shut the fuck up and quit mansplaining and know your role in society, you chauvinistic male pig. Oh, can you work on cars or build a cabin? Oh, you can't. Well, then go die in a war or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how men get treated. In a society that literally forces women and men to pin against each other while giving men more power. But you know what I'm saying? That's exactly how it is. In a society that is rather sexist towards both genders in different areas, you literally see this crap. To the point where it's like, now that women have realized their potential, and it's like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Men haven't realized their full potential. As far as society is concerned, if you're a dude and you can't fix a car or build a log cabin or like kill a mouse when it walks into your house, what kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? You get seen as less of a man. And I'm like, okay, let me get this straight. If you say a woman belongs in the kitchen, you're a fucking sexist. But if you say a man belongs underneath the hood of a car, nobody says shit. Fuck your gender-based roles, dude. I'll drink to that.
He literally uncovered the data still on punch cards sitting in somebody's basement. And he went to great lengths to decode it, and they cross-referenced the data, et cetera, and they met modern standards. And then they said, well, this is a huge finding. So it ended up being published in British Medical Journal, one of the world's most prestigious journals, in 2013. Basically, you know, if this had been published back then, we'd never have gotten on the bandwagon of this whole food pyramid nonsense. And about the same time, there was another study called the Minnesota Coronary Survey, and this...
No, you take a look at Adele. Adele is a beautiful female singer, and she was on the heavier side. Nothing wrong with that. But and the second Adele says to herself she wants to lose weight for her, not for anybody else, everybody gave her shit about it. And I'm like, at one point in our society, if you were overweight, people shamed you for it, and that's fucked off. Fuck fat shaming. But now it's the solar opposite. Now, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, wait, you want to bitch about body positivity, healthy at any size, but then as soon as a woman like Adele tries to lose weight, everybody fucking goes batshit crazy. Like, screw you, dude. Yeah. You know what pisses me off? I'm like, wait, you want to sit there and shove this movement down women's throats like an unwanted cock? Body positivity, healthy at any size. But I'm like, you know, who gives a shit if you're not healthy at the right size or what have you? It's your body, it's your life. You live it, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. Like, as long as you ain't a fucking sicko, who gives a shit? You want to fucking shove cake and pizza down your gullet? You know what fucking pisses me off? I'm like, how you gonna fucking sit there and get pissed off when people fat shame other people and then say healthy at any size? Which I would get that to some degree because you shouldn't pick on people just because they're fat. That's horse shit. And because, I'm a fat kid at heart. Have you seen the crap that I eat? Like deep fried, hard boiled eggs. Oh, so good, dude. You're gonna sit there and all these fucking women screaming healthy at any size, but the second Adele says, you know what, I want to be a bit more health conscious, whatever the fuck, and she drops a couple pounds, everyone gets pissed off at her. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. Is what I have to say to that. And that's what kills me about this. Is why I sympathize with women in that aspect, because sometimes you just can't win. You're either too fat or too skinny, and it's like, I hate to bring this up, but look at Eugenia Cooney. I worry about that young woman, dude. Like, ugh. When you see Eugenia Cooney's videos when she first started making videos, she looked healthy. She looked just like your average American girl doing her thing. And it's like, I don't, like, you want to help because you feel bad for her, but you don't know how to help. So you're just like, you hope for the best. And maybe her mom's pushing her to be this Skeletor looking figure. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know what fucking kills me? Eugenia Cooney lives in America where she has the opportunity to eat as much food as she wants, while there are starving children in Africa who are just as skinny as she is. And they're kind of just like, well, that's our culture. We're poor and it sucks. And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, I'm sorry, no offense to Eugenia Cooney, but like, Thinspiration? Jesus Christ. When you're so fucking skinny, you can't pick up a number 2 pencil without being like, ow, fuck. Well, I mean, it's harder, and like, you know what? I love Eugenia Cooney, like a fellow YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to some degree, I sympathize with her because I get made fun of for the way my fucking hair looks. They're like, Cobra's going bald. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Cobra, screw you. That's different. I'm like, how is it any different? To some degree, it's the same fucking argument. People judging you for the way you look. And I'm like, dude, the whole reason the fat positivity body movement started was because that was the in look. Runway models in fucking Paris, France, Paris, runway models in fucking Paris were anorexic as shit, looking like some cracked out meth head with the way their fucking weight looks. Their ribs are poking out. And they just look fucking miserable, dude. They're like, somebody give me a sandwich, please. And that was the in look. And how many girls and young women and women in general suffered because of that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, women are now at that time, it's like, have a potato chip. I don't wanna. It's like, fucking goddamn it. And it's like, okay, how are we supposed to win in our society anymore? It's the truth.
Over a double-blinded randomized controlled trial of over 9,000 subjects. And that too was hidden. The full results weren't published until they were uncovered again. You can't make this up. In another basement, and it was published in British Medical Journal in 2016. The results, reducing saturated fat in the diet increased mortality. That is, if you eat less saturated fat, you are more likely to die.
So what was happening in the late 60s, early 70s that would account for this being?
Dude, I haven't watched any of Eugenia Cooney's videos in a hot minute. Hold up a second. Let's see how she's doing.
Complex.
Eugenia Cooney. Knock it off. I was watching Bob's Burgers on YouTube. That's why the theme song's playing. Eugenia Cooney. And the YouTube has this new feature where it's like you drag the mouse over the video and it'll play while it's not being clicked on, kind of thing. All right, let's see how she's doing. Good Lord.
This is a family business. The next logical leaders would be Amber and myself.
Jesse and I are teaming up on a new business venture. Me and B.
New business.
Hey guys, it's Eugenia. So today I'm going to be doing another outfit haul video. And today's is kind of going to be like a January outfit haul with a bunch of new outfits that I don't think I've showed you guys yet. Some of these I think are like kind of wintry with like, you know, the time of year and everything. And a lot of these I think you can just really wear like all year whenever you want to wear them. And just thought these were some really cute outfits. So yeah, I thought I would do another outfit haul video today, guys, and that's what I'm gonna do today. So, all right, I guess I'll just go ahead and get right into this video and start showing you guys these new outfits.
The thing about this Eugenia Cooney situation, to be honest, is you can't force her to change. I don't know how the fuck she stays alive when she's legitimately a walking skeleton. Like, ugh, dude. Like, I'm not gonna harp on about it because honestly, I honestly think Eugenia Cooney gets sick and tired of everyone giving her shit about her weight. Oh, she's not fat enough. And yet it also feels like if she had more pounds on her, she would also get shit for being too fat, kind of thing. And that's just it. That's exactly how men feel when it comes to the whole dating situation. We try to get pussy, we get called a simp. We're involuntarily celibate, we get told you need to get laid. And it's just like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, I'll stay subscribed to Eugenia Cooney because it shows her that there are people out there who care. I don't know her personally, but this is.
So the first outfit that I'm actually going to be showing to you guys today is the outfit that I am already wearing here. And this outfit I just think is really, really cute, guys. Obviously I love black and just thought this was.
Yeah, I'll drink to that, Eugenia. That's what's up. I usually wear all black myself. I got some black Wrangler jeans from Walmart. Like my boots. Hold on a second. Yeah, they got paint on them, but yeah. I wear black steel toe Brahmas. Like I get my shoes and my jeans from Walmart. No shame in it. And then like a band T-shirt, either from like Spencer's or Hot Topic, or like the fans will send it. Although I'm more of a fan of Spencer's, to be honest. And if Spencer's doesn't have it, Hot Topic might have it. And I know a lot of goth people are gonna like cringe at that, like, oh my god, you mallcore poser. And it's like, dude, fuck you. the whole goth movement started, the whole punk movement started, was because people are sick and tired of being judged for the way they look by all these preppy, stuck up assholes. And now you got members of the goth community doing the exact same thing. Oh my God. You buy your clothes from Walmart and Spencer's, you fucking poser, corporate sellout. And it's like, dude, fuck you. And the outfits look nice, but Jesus Christ, dude.
Really cute outfit. So yeah. So first of all, I just have like this little like black top here, and this is just kind of like a black crop top, as you guys can see. I think that this top is really cute, and it's actually a top that I kind of got like a little while ago. And I just kind of ordered this from the LF website. I love black.
Look, I'm not going to harp on Eugenia Cooney here too much longer. She's a very pretty young woman. It's just sad to see that, you know what I'm saying, what happened with the you know what I'm saying, like, Jesus Christ. Like, and I wish her nothing but the best. She seems like a really sweet girl, and it's just sad. You know what I'm saying? Well, Cobra, you're one to talk with your drinking. See, we've all got problems, dude. And to be fair, that 24 pack of Bud Light bottles I got that like almost a week ago, to be fair. So it's like, it's literally taken me a week to polish this pack off. So, yeah, I like to drink, but even I recognize in myself that, yeah, you know, cut down and moderate it just a little bit. Like, ugh, dude.
I said, obviously, I just thought it was a really cute like style top. So that's that basically. And then the skirt here, guys, I think I got this from Dolce a while ago. And this skirt I just thought was like super cute. And you guys can see it's just kind of like a flowy black and white skirt. It feels really nice on. The material is like pretty soft, and then yeah, and then the skirt just kind of flows out with like this white material underneath here. And I just really love the style of it. I think it's really cute on. And you guys can also see it has like the little cute like rose flower in the front, which I also thought that was a really cute feature that this had. So yeah, and I'll show you guys kind of how this looks from the back too. So it's basically just like the same kind of this like flowy skirt style. And I'm also, of course, wearing this with fishnets, guys, because, you know, I always pretty much do like to wear fishnets. So, of course, I also have fishnets on.
You know, I just noticed the irony of it. Is pussy can smell like fish. If it smells like if it smells like salmon, keep on it jamming. If it smells like trout, get the fuck out. So of course they have women wear fishnet stockings. Okay, I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. Mr. Cobra, that was inappropriate.
Okay. Also, guys, I've been trying to get a new hairstyle and like trying to do like a high ponytail kind of thing. Sorry if it does get like a little bit messy, especially as I keep trying like outfits on in this video, but
Honey, don't apologize for your hair. It looks amazing.
let me know if you guys like it. Yeah, I know there's some people that don't like any of my videos, but and it's okay. But people that are like looking at my hair, let me know. And yeah,
Quit worrying about, you know, that's just the thing of it, Eugenia. I can relate to some degree. Who gives a fuck what your hair looks like? I get so much crap because people are like, you're going bald, Cobra. And I'm like, fucking who cares? It's just fucking hair. I get signed by a major record label or win the lottery, fucking, I'll get hair plugs. I don't care.
So anyways, and besides that, you guys, I'm just kind of wearing that with these fishnet gloves, which, you know, I love like all sorts of fishnets. I love like leg fishnets. Obviously, I wear those like all the time. I love arm fishnets. So also wear these with a lot. Like I wear these with
Yeah, that goth outfit is looking smexy.
a lot of outfits. And I just kind of thought these black ones with this outfit here would go
Goth emo, whatever the fuck.
well. So yeah, guys. So basically, that is the first outfit.
But like the thing about it is, for as skinny as Eugenia has been, she's not gonna just gain a shit ton of weight overnight. It's gonna have to be a very slow process. I don't care if Eugenia Cooney was 900 pounds overweight, I'd still support her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. People in the alternative community gotta stick up for each other.
Alright, you guys, so the next couple of tops that I'm showing you guys, I'm just gonna kind of wear with these black ripped pants. Honestly, you guys have been seeing a lot of my outfit videos and things like that. That I don't really wear pants very often.
I tend to think, I'm not trying to be sexist, but women are more self-conscious about being skinny than dudes are. That's just how I feel, dude. And it's because, like I said, women are held to a higher beauty standard. Most of society doesn't give a shit if you're a dude and you're fat and you're hairy and disgusting.
One time, I guess I'm more into just kind of like skirts and shorts and stuff like that, dresses, things like that. I will say I do really like ripped pants, especially when they're in black. This has been like one of my favorite pairs for like years now, I think. It's just a pair by Blink NYC. And the thing that I really like about these guys is they are double-sided rips. So you have like rips in the front. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then the back too. Hopefully you guys can also see this, but they're just like super ripped, like in the back also. Now I bought these like years ago. Sadly, I'm sorry, but I don't think they probably do sell them anymore. But I'm sure if you just kind of type like black to ripped jeans or something like that, like double-sided, I'm sure there must still be companies that still make.
You can make your own. That's what kills me about these companies that are selling. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what kills me about it. You want to buy like an overpriced pair of like pants that has rips in it and shit, and it's like bleach stained and covered in paint, and you're paying like $200 for a pair of ruined jeans when you can do it yourself for a fraction of the cost. You take a nice pair of black, what are these called? Freaking Wranglers. There we go. Yeah. I like black Wrangler jeans. You take some black Wrangler jeans, like one of those drawing stencils that have like little Halloween skulls. Hold the stencil over the pant leg, and then go spray it with bleach, and then just do a bunch of skulls up and down the legs. Then wash it in the dryer, or wash it in the wash, and then wash it in the dryer, and then like it bleach stains your black jeans with like skulls and shit. And then like you add a couple of tears to it here and there, and then splatter it with paint, and then you wash it again and then dry it again. People are gonna be like, "Oh my god, where'd you get those sick goth jeans, bruh? Which company makes those?" And you're like, "Dude, I made it myself."
And then besides that, guys, I just kind of have like the same like flat crop top on right now. But what I really wanted to show you guys here is, oh my gosh, I got this super cool new silver jacket, and I think this jacket is so awesome. So this is actually just a jacket that I kind of found on Etsy while looking up for some things on there. I was just like obsessed with it. I think it's so cute. I really, really love the style of it. And I love like this bright gold color. It's like super bright gold, so it's super cool. I really don't want to pronounce the name, so I'm really sorry if I do. I think that the company or like the people that make it are called.
Pointing out the hypocrisy of our society is what I do best. Healthy at any size. Right, because Eugenia Cooney totally looks healthy.
Rouge or Rouge.
The whole thinspiration, you know, I think that stems from an eating disorder, which to some degree I used to have an eating disorder to some degree. Not so much anymore. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, dude, fuck it. If I get fat, I get fat. I don't care.
Saying that wrong. I'm so sorry for like butchering the name. Spelled Zairouge, I believe. So hopefully that's helpful. And yeah, I think that this is such a cute jacket, and the quality of it and everything, it just feels really, really nice. It's like super, super shiny too in person. I just had it cut. I was so excited, and it's really cool. Like, you know, I feel like you can wear it like open, just kind of like this here. You can also zipper it, so it's got like this really cool kind of like side zipper here. So that is what the jacket looks like on zippered. I think it's super cool with the zipper on too. Like honestly, I really like it both ways. I really think it's cute, like either
Oh,
way.
she likes it both ways. Okay, don't be a pervert.
Really nice quality. It feels like really nice. I love how shiny and gold this is. And then from the back, you guys, that is what it looks like that. Yeah, that is this super cool jacket. Okay, guys, so I think I
That
said
jacket was cool. I like the gold.
this with the last outfit, but for the next couple of few outfits, I'm just gonna kind of like keep these black drip pants on and kind of just show you guys a bunch of cool new tops that I have. Moschino right there, like kind of in like the front of the shirt. If I don't by any chance, I'm really sorry. It comes with like this little like keychain thing where just kind of like the whole style of it is really cute and like these cute like poofy kind of sleeves here. And then also the skirt. The skirt is also new. So the skirt I think is also really cute. It's kind of just like a I kind of just like randomly found it and was like, wow, this is such a cute top. And the top is also from Doll's Kill, but one that I kind of got a while ago. Super, super colorful. As you guys can probably tell, I have this top here. This top I also.
The murderer is here. And will stay here.
I'm not supposed to talk about body hair because I'm cute, and that's gross. But it's not, and that's dumb. So listen up. Either you got it and you love it, groovy, or you got it and you want it gone. So you can bikini with confidence, rock that skirt in style, and high five with pride. But hair removal is either too messy, too toxic, or just not cutting it. You deserve a sweeter way to get rid of unwanted bugs. Meet Sugar Me Smooth. Natural, affordable, at-home hair removal that keeps you smooth for up to 8 weeks.
Oh, dude, fuck that. Okay, why can't women have a thing like Manscaped? That's what kills me about it. This fucking ad has me triggered. Just on behalf of women, like why? Okay, if women are having these options to remove body hair, why is it always some wax or like some painful fucking plucking? Why can't we have a manscape.com? Why can't we have a version of that for females? Why is it always gotta be this painful fucking wax? Like you lather your entire body in wax, wait for it to dry, and it's just like, bite down on a cloth and slam a shot of Jack Daniels, and then You know what I'm saying? Ouch, dude. I'm like, dude, fellas, could you imagine if the only thing you had to shave your balls with was some fucking wax? The only way to get rid of your nasty ass pubes was to like cover your junk in wax, wait for it to dry, and just start. Oh, dude, ouch. And I know the old age-old expression, "Oh, beauty is pain, darling." Fuck that. Shitballs.
That's 2 times longer than waxing and 20 times longer than shaving. This miracle sugary gold has been around for thousands of years. Cleopatra, but you've been bamboozled into buying more razors.
Sexy confidence with every stroke.
Or products that smell like burnt skin because they burn your skin. And waxing salons sell you pain at a premium while invading your private life. You got a hot date coming up? What a ripoff. Sugar Me Smooth
Rip-off. I get it.
gives you time, money, and embarrassment. Just click the link to make the switch and put some sugar on you.
Oh, you're playing the fucking Def Leppard. I love that Def Leppard song. Pour some sugar on me. Ooh, in the name of love.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Sugaring can hurt, but unlike wax that rips off your skin, sugaring gets to the root of the problem by only attaching to your hair.
Well, that's manageable.
Making it less painful.
Less painful. Less painful. Why hasn't someone designed a product for women like Womanscape, where it removes the hair without making it painful? That's how sexist our society is, man. Is men have all these safe, easy to use, pain-free methods of removing hair, where women have like these pluckers and the waxes and all this other shit.
And more effective. Sugar Me Smooth is for anyone, anywhere. From forearm flores to peach fuzz to pits.
Even
Anywhere. And voila, go from insecure to insugon. That's French for in sugar. Sugar is water soluble and easy to clean up. Unlike hot wax, our sugars are room temp and spread easily with the flicker. All you do is apply, remove, repeat. The only ingredients are sugar, lemon, and water.
it's vegan, eco-friendly, and cruelty-free.
That's right. Nobody's sugaring you, little buddy. So go to sugarmesmooth.com today. See what over 50,000 happy sugarers are raving about. And introduce your skin to soft, smooth confection perfection with Sugar Me Smooth.
Well, okay then.
Also got from Doll's Kill. This was part of their collab with My Little Pony a while ago. I had this like really pretty. Oh yeah, guys. So that's the. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon.
Fucking Eugenia Cooney's got the prettiest green eyes. I'm a sucker for alternative chicks that are of age with green eyes. Yes. Okay, back to the video.
Hidden. I know that this is the sort of time where the sugar industry, everyone talks about the sugar industry was hiding things. Is this the same sort of like cabal, if you will, that was happening in Australia as it was in America?
No, well, so the Minnesota Coronary Survey was in the US, so this was worldwide. Basically, it was at the behest of one guy called Ansel Keys, who had truly brought into this lipid heart hypothesis that cholesterol and saturated fat would kill you. And they truly believed that. So cognitive dissonance came to the fore, and they were prepared to ignore whatever evidence didn't fit their narrative. It's basically the corruption of the scientific process.
Whatever didn't fit their narrative, welcome to being in our society. scientific research of the way you think doesn't fit the narrative that some other asshole has. So therefore it's automatically wrong. Fuck off.
But it wasn't limited to just back then. So we come back to, the 21st century in 2006. Have you ever heard of the Women's Health Initiative study? The world's most expensive study, $700 million US.
Wow. Okay. No, I have not.
Went for 8 years, published in 2006. So they took about 48,000 females. They reduced the saturated fat in their diet and followed them and saw what happened. And when it was published, they said, well, we didn't find any benefit. Probably we didn't reduce the saturated fat enough to get benefit. We need to reduce saturated fat more. So the results of this study were promoted as encouraging or needing a larger reduction in saturated fat. But here's where the academic fraud, and I don't use that term lightly because it appears there's never been a good explanation. In the results table, there was no results. In the conclusion, so on and so forth, no significant results. But buried on page 661 of this study, there was a single sentence.
Page 661. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 5 points off.
So it was quite a
page 666.
That basically implied that the females who went on the low-fat diet, the reduced fat diet, were 26% more likely to have cardiovascular complication. Now, this is absolutely huge. And this was basically never acknowledged and hidden. And recently...
This is my take on it, YouTube. If you want to be healthy, a little bit of saturated fat isn't going to kill you. In fact, your body craves calories to function. This is why vegans look so fucking malnourished, because they starve themselves of natural proteins. Vegans want to go off about, well, if you eat animals, you're a fucking animal murdering piece of shit. But I'm over here like, counter argument, if you're vegan, not only are you murdering plants, which is also a living thing, but you're taking plants out of the animals' mouths. The animals who eat plants, you're taking it out of their mouth, which also starves animals, on top of starving yourself. Plus, like I've said, do you think a lion gives a shit if you're vegan? Fuck no. If the lion hasn't eaten in 4 goddamn days, trust and fucking believe, it's not going to give a shit if you're vegan. Or if you have a family, the lion going to eat your ass. And because you're so fucking malnourished from being vegan, fucking, you're going to be sitting there trying like, oh shit, a lion. You got to learn to find that healthy balance between vegetables and meats. Those are your 2 biggest ones. Eating fruit is great for like preventing scurvy. If you have a rich diet of vegetables, fruits, meats, and dairy, and a little bit of grain, and then the occasional sweets, you know what I'm saying? I don't eat chocolate as much as I used to, but every now and then I'll have like a piece of chocolate or something, it makes life sweeter. It's like, oh, hey, I want to treat myself. Oh, that's good. Queen Anne chocolate-covered cherries. Oh, my God, are they delicious. What kind of fucking devilish bastard was like, let's take some candied cherries and coat them in chocolate. Oh, my God, dude, stop.
Just late last year, there was a follow-up paper that was published where they again tried to hide their results, and this was basically an expose by my friend Professor Timothy Noakes from South Africa. And he actually has uncovered data that showed that at after a further 5 years follow-up in the Women's Health Initiative, those females on the reduced fat diet, their risk of developing coronary heart disease complications after a further 5 years had increased to somewhere between 47 and 61%. So the longer you're on the reduced fat diet, the worse the complications. And most people, doctors included, especially doctors, have absolutely no idea that this evidence has been hidden from view. And there is literally zero good evidence that we should avoid saturated fat at all. The biggest reason people fail to follow a diet is because they're hungry. Full stop. Now, if you're put on...
If you're fucking hungry, then eat some goddamn food. It's really a no-brainer, YouTube. I got like one beer left after this, and I want to save that for when I wake up. So this will be like the last beer for the video. Cheers. Appreciate you all tuning in for another episode of the King Cobra JFS show where he sits here and bitches about random shit. Exactly my fucking point, though, what this guy was saying is that, holy shit, there's no evidence to suggest that saturated fat is bad for us. I mean, excess is bad, even with healthy foods. That's the thing of it, man. It's like you could just sit there and fucking, even too much healthy food, it can be bad for you. You overdose on vitamin C. That's the thing, dude. Look it up. It's because it doesn't fit the narratives. You got all these corporations who are competing for your top dollar. So, of course, they're going to be like, well, no, don't try this person's product. That's crap. Try our product. And that other person's going, no, fuck that company kind of thing, Now, after I get me wands in the mail, abracadabra, after I've done my responsibilities for getting my wands in the freaking mail, then we'll consider getting some more alcohol. But getting the wands in the mail is so much more important to me personally than restocking. You feel me on that, YouTube? That's just part of being a responsible businessman, People are always going off like Cobra, get a job. And I'm like, dude, I sell bitchin' merch. I sell bitchin' merch on Customized Girl. I sell handmade wands on Etsy through Cobra Craft. And yes, I'm still going to make the wands like I used to make them. But right now we're on this craze. Look at that. Look at that sexiness right there. You see that? You see? Oh, look at that. Look at abracadabra, motherfucker. Yeah, this don't look like anything bad at all. No, not in the slightest. 1 second. Discard of. Now, I should state for the record that this is for 21 and up. Of course, you already know that. Just comply. I don't support underage drinking, you know what I'm saying? Which makes me a hypocrite because when I was a kid, oh, fuck yeah, dude, I would sneak liquor and beer from my parents, and I always got caught doing it. That's the thing of it, dude. That's the thing of it.
That says you can eat a...
So, like, I'm telling all my fans who are not old enough to smoke and drink, wait till you're old enough, dude. It's not worth the minor in possession.
You want. Where's the hunger? Now, sure, you will still have food cravings because a lot of people are addicted to sugar and sweets and things like that, and they have trouble distinguishing between what is a genuine sense of hunger and just when some neurons within their brain need a little bit of excitement. But the fact...
And that's true in its sense, yeah. That's the truth. A lot of people have a hard time with that. YouTube. Is like distinguishing between you're having a craving for something sweet versus you're actually hungry. There is a difference. I'll be eating the rest of that Jersey Mike sub in a couple hours. I'll have it for like brunch or some shit. Yeah.
The ketogenic diet is absolutely sustainable, and I've got dozens and dozens of patients who have been on it for 5 years, longer, even people, 10 years.
And can you blame people for having a craving for like beer or sweets or sugary, salty food? Because regrettably, food is delicious. YouTube. Food is fucking delicious, regrettably, and that's just the thing of it. Oh.
Have been on low carbohydrate and ketogenic style diets. And if we do want to go back to epidemiological research, if you got to trust it, so there's this big study called the EPIC Oxford study, run out of Oxford University in the UK, and that found that non-meat eaters were 49% more likely to suffer bowel cancer than meat eaters.
So that goes...
Wait. What? As Kyle Broblowski's mom famously said, what? In Oxford, a bloody fucking Oxford study concluded that people who do not eat meat are 4 times more likely to have bowel cancer than people who actually eat it. I mean, someone should tell the vegan teacher about that, but I didn't say that out loud. Like, hey, it's population control, love, and if you don't want bowel cancer, have a bacon cheeseburger, right? Okay. I'm one to talk because I consume tobacco products, but...
The whole idea of fiber, right? To clean out your bowel and all that. That's what we were taught in school. Like, you got to eat a lot of fiber.
Exactly. Just process that for a minute. People who didn't eat meat in the EPIC Oxford study were 49% more likely to get bowel cancer.
What? That's some shit, YouTube. People in this EPIC Oxford study were 49% of people in this Oxford study were more likely to get bowel cancer. That's some shit, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop eating meat anytime soon. Yeah. Bloody hell! It's almost 2:00 in the morning. I'm on here having a beer, fucking bitching, ranting, and raving.
It doesn't just go against it. I mean, it sort of
spits in the face.
It's the whole argument.
Yeah.
So, and when we're talking about sustainability and these kind of things, so of meat-based diets. So in 1906, there was this researcher called Wilhelm Stephenson. He was a Harvard anthropologist, and he went to live with the Inuit in the Canadian Arctic, and he lived there for a year, eating exactly like the native Inuit. So he basically, had seal and eggs when they were available for about a month of the year, lots of caribou, and basically no plants. And he was really surprised he was in robust health. And so when he got back, everybody's like,
all the research has concluded that eating a diet based in meats and animal-based protein is a lot healthier than being vegan. Oh, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Now, I've actually met a couple of vegans who are decent people, and this is why I can respect Billie Eilish for being vegan. It's like she's not in your face preachy about it, like the vegan teacher is. Billie Eilish is fucking hot, and I can say that because she's 19. Yes, almost 20. But I'm the bad guy for saying it. I'm a bad guy. Duh.
yeah, nah, you're lying. That's not possible. So he agreed to be part of an experiment.
Like a total pun, like Billie Eilish is not my lover. She's just a girl. I think she's an awesome singer. Is he parroting a Michael Jackson song? Yes, I totally was.
1926. So the experiment started. He and another guy went to a hospital in New York, and they were fed an exclusive meat diet. And over the 12 months, there were genuine fears that these two guys would kill themselves, that they would die. And in the report afterwards, the commentary was along the lines of,
living is just a slow form of suicide if you really think about it.
surprisingly, both men remained in robust health. So we know that you can survive.
I mean, no one's gonna mince words. Billie Eilish's got a nice pair of titties, but for me, that's a bonus. You know what I'm saying? It's her personality, her style, and her singing voice. To me, that stands out more than her sex appeal. Like in the last 4 years that I haven't had a girlfriend, I started focusing on the physical attributes. I try to focus on the mental attributes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep waiting patiently and rocking tactical soap. Yeah. And check out that Maverick #3. That's good stuff. I tell you what.
On meat, solely on meat, and do very well. And you've probably heard about the Maasai. So the African tribe. Yep. So it's a largely carnivorous tribe.
So if you're against saturated trans fat, can you say that you're transphobic? Or is it just trans fat phobic, which is also body shaming? Okay, I'm being an ass for making that joke. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry. Ha ha ha.
So in 1931, there was a paper that studied the Maasai and an adjacent tribe that was predominantly vegetarian, the Akikuyu. And what they actually found that the Maasai were 5 inches taller on average, 50% stronger, and they had far less bone disease, less anemia, less respiratory issues, less ulcers, less bony deformities. In general, the near predominant carnivores were far, far healthier, taller, and stronger than the vegetarians. And
that, I believe it. So according to all these studies, video's almost over, stick with me. Hooey. You got all these people who are just like, oh, I wish I was 21, so I'm old enough to drink. And I'm like, cherish your youth, because once you turn 21, it's all downhill from there, man. Because, like a lot of people at that age, I was just like, yeah, I can't wait till I'm 21. I can legally drink. Woo. And then, like, once I turned 21, I blink, and then, like, the click of a finger, I'm already 30. I'm like, where'd the time go, dude? Ridiculous.
for a second think that this is an anomaly. So throughout human history, we've studied, so agriculture came on about 10 or 12,000 years ago when human societies, for whatever reason, decided that they'd start farming grains. And if you have a look at the fossil record, you will actually see that humans were taller, with bigger brains 10,000 years ago.
You know what? I want to say something real quick. Billie Eilish is kind of a tomboy in a sense. She likes to wear baggier clothes, but occasionally she's been known to wear more feminine clothing, kind of thing, to show off her figure. And people give her shit for it. Like, as soon as she turned 18 and became a legal adult and started showing off her body, people started slut shaming her. And I'm like, fuck off, dude. This is why I don't complain about being a guy, to be honest. Is if I wear a shirt showing off my big ass biceps or my sexy ass and some nice form fitting Wranglers, nobody's going to be like, oh my God, look at that slut showing off his muscles and his ass. If anything, people would be like, who's that goth stud walking down the street? That's the kind of crap that women have to deal with. As soon as they turn 18, and the second they show off their boobs or their ass, they get slut shamed for it. But then at the same time, they're encouraged to do it through social media. And I'm like, does society have a stupid? Is what? Is society stupid? How the fuck are you gonna sit there and encourage women to show off their tits and their ass and their hips on Instagram, and then in the split second they do it, turn around and fucking slut shame them for it? Like, wait a minute. This is exactly like fucking, this is, you know what I'm saying? Guys who are getting simp shamed for trying to get laid. And if they're not getting laid, they're fucking simp shame, whatever. Like, guys get crap for being involuntarily celibate, while women go on fucking Tumblr and bitch because they can't find the right man. That's the society we live in. And it's exhausting, dude. I'm like, dude, dating is hard for people. I don't care if you're a woman or a man, but I will say this. Women have it slightly easier because all they gotta do is show up and say yes. Unless you're a top tier dude, you're not gonna have like chicks buying you drinks. It's usually the other way around. Which don't even get me started, dude. Gender based fucking rules. Like if we've progressed past gender based rules for females, can't we progress past that shit for men as well in the pursuit of gender equality? Oh my goodness gracious, YouTube. You gotta check this soap out. This is the Maverick number 3. This smells like eucalyptus and mint with mission, attraction, thrills, and adventure. A natural pheromone soap that enhances alpha status, masculinity, attractiveness, and charisma. Maverick number 3, tactical soap. Yes. Now, see what it looks like? I'm going to pull it out of the packaging. I still got a little bit left. Look at that. Look at that. You want some of this? Do you want some of this soap, YouTube? You know you do. Description box below with coupon code King Cobra. Get 15% off. Like, this soap is badass, dude. It's my other favorite scent. Apart from the Maverick number 1. I mean, Bond number 1, I meant to say. But Maverick number 1 smells good too. They all smell good in my opinion. I'm a little tipsy. But yeah, dude. My 2 favorite scents from Tactical Soap, Bond number 1 and Maverick number 3. Those are my top 2 favorite scents. Dude, your woman's gonna love the way you smell. Forget buying some goddamn Irish Springs. Yeah. Dude, I love this. Maverick number 3 and Bond number 1. Don't get me wrong, they all smell good. Like Bond number 3, excuse me, smells good too. I'm a proud affiliate for this company. Scott Carr's Grondike soap is the shit. This soap works, okay? I don't have to get laid to know that this soap works. You pay attention to little details. Like, how do of-age women act when you're wearing this soap and you're around them? Fellas, step up your game. Get yourself some tactical soap. Oh yeah, dude. I love Maverick #3. I like the packaging. The black and the green, that's pretty sick. Plus the eucalyptus and that mint smells amazing, dude. And women love the smell of it more than I do. That's why I wear it, man. Shit. When I walk into a bar or a liquor store and adult women go, that goth dude smells good. I'm like, yeah. Like, women have push-up bras and makeup and all this other shit. They're designed to make them look prettier and make men horny. So how is this any different? Women are constantly complaining about how men stink. They got that manly stink, and it's just like, ugh. Dude, get rid of man stink with some tactical soap, okay? Like, straight up, dude. Link, description box below. Coupon code King Cobra. I'll get you 15% off. Oh, dude. Masculinity, attractiveness, and charisma. You hear about Billy Elijah's boyfriend talking about how he fantasizes stabbing her, and I'm just like, you're a fucking piece of shit. You don't deserve to have her, let alone any chick, dude. That's not what men do. Fuck you, dude. Men are supposed to protect women at all costs. Like, this is where I get frustrated by my dry spell, is because I'm a decent guy. I have good morals, and yet somehow pieces of fucking shit are getting more than I am. And it's like, that's because women are making shitty choices in men. And then they want to bitch about their consequences. It's like, well, then stop picking shitty people to date. I'm not telling Billie Eilish shit or how to, like, you know what I'm saying, run her dating life. Fuck all that. That's her choice. But I'm just saying, if I had an of-age girlfriend that fantasized about stabbing me, I'd be like, fuck this bitch, she's psychotic. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? But I'm like, dude, I don't care if it's Billie Eilish or not. That's not how you treat women, dude. Fuck off. This is a gentleman's soap. Okay? Where was this shit when I was in high school? If I had the goatee and the mustache that I have now in high school, plus the guitar playing that I have now, plus this soap, oh, dude, I would have gotten laid a lot sooner, dude. Tell you what. And even though, yes, tactical soap has pheromones that are designed to attract the of-age ladies, this soap does not guarantee you'll get laid, but it does guarantee you'll smell better for the ladies. And it works, dude. There have been times where I go to the bar, I got my tactical soap on, smelling fresh, looking sexy. Got my my Wrangler black jeans on. I get up, walk over to the bathroom, take a beer piss. And then there were chicks sitting at a table near the bathroom. They catch a whiff of that soap. I walk out of the bathroom. Ooh, that goth dude smells good. And all of a sudden, it's like, I don't have to throw some cheesy pickup line, okay? I don't have to throw some cheesy pickup line like, hey, baby, you like guitar players? I'd rock your world. You know what I'm saying? Women just come over to me. They catch one whiff of the soap, and they're like, that dude smells good. So now they're going to make excuses to come over and talk to me. I don't got to fucking sit here and throw some shitty pickup line or be a total Chad and be like, hey, can I buy you a drink? Fuck that. Mm. Dude, eucalyptus and mint. Yes. I actually ordered a bunch more of this soap. I ordered a couple bars of Bond number 1, and then all 3, like Maverick number, Durden, Maverick, and freaking Bond number 3. Ordered a couple bars of the new scents, just so I can have Bond number 3 and Bond number 1. Like, I'm never going to stop wearing tactical soap. This stuff's amazing. Thank you, George Bruno, for recommending this. Stuff kicks ass. This is a soap that men respect and women love the smell of. That's what the pheromones do. It makes you smell like an alpha male. Like, I would recommend this soap for every heterosexual male that's attracted to of-age women. I would recommend this soap highly to you men out there who are into that, because that's how it is. The soap kicks the fuck ass, dude. Like it does. The soap kicks ass, dude. Get you some, motherfucker. So yeah, if you want some of this amazing soap, check out the link description box below, and you use coupon code King Cobra, and you can get 15% off your next order. Dude, I've seen pheromone products, like you get a little bottle of pheromone cologne that's like that big, and it's costing you like $200, and it doesn't do anything. I'd be like, fuck that. Like, 1 bar of tactical soap's going to cost you like 15, 16 bucks minimum, depending on shipping and handling, because it may be more expensive. But trust me when I say this, fellas, worth every penny. Okay? The soap is worth every penny. I'm autistic. I'm extremely autistic. I have Asperger's. So sometimes I struggle with talking to women. I get self-conscious about my autism. Like, are women going to notice? And then be like, oh, that guy's weird. So because of that, I get very self-conscious. I'm worried that I don't have a 6-pack abs to seduce the ladies. And freaking, I'm going bald. So I worry about this shit. Like, I get self-conscious about it. But with tactical soap, I feel confident with women. That's the number one thing. Is women are guaranteed to love the smell of this soap. They have 3 different scents times 3. So like, yeah, Bond, Maverick, and Durden, 1, 2, and 3. So it's like 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 different scents to choose from. And they all smell amazing. They come with their colognes too if you want to order that. I'm gonna crack open my last beer for tactical soap. All natural cold cut pressed soap. Ugh, Dr. Squatch. More like Dr. Squat. Because Dr. Squatch smells like shh. Why would you want to buy soap from somebody who sells sunglasses? So get the tactical advantage, man, because all is fair in love and war. because the soap I shower with is the shits. I even gave some to my mommy and daddy. Dude, I hook my dad up with a bar of soap when I can. That's real shit. I'm like, hey man. Like, my dad has a couple scents he really likes. Like the Maverick #1. And I'm like, my dad likes this soap because it smells good for the ladies, specifically for my stepmom, of course. Wink, wink. And because they support his son, his autistic son. So, yeah, I'm a proud affiliate for Tactical Soap. I cannot stop raving about this. Hold up. Oh, dude, that smells good. That eucalyptus and that mint, it's that cooling. I can imagine that on a hot summer's day, you take a lukewarm shower and you wash off with the Maverick #3. It's gonna cool you off and have you smelling sexy for the ladies. Now, obviously, the soap is pheromone infused. They cannot legally make a soap that makes women want to fuck you on the spot. That would be super illegal and super unfair. That's why the effects of tactical soap are subtle. Okay, they're subtle. It's enough to get women to go, hey, that dude smells good. Damn. But that's as far as it goes. If you get some action after wearing this tactical soap, that's a bonus. Okay, it's about smelling great for the ladies and gaining confidence with the opposite sex. So, fellas, ditch that Irish Springs and get you some of this. Yes. Dude, I love this soap. All 9 scents smell amazing. But like I said, my 2 favorites are the Maverick #3 and the Bond #1. Like, I ordered it because of it's the new scent from Grondike, and yeah, the coloring definitely right up my alley, black and green with a touch of gold. Scottish McNeil clan colors. Oi! And I tried it and I was like, dude, this actually smells good. I like this. So yeah, check out Tactical Soap, man. Like, ever since I started wearing Tactical Soap, ever since I started wearing the Tactical Soap, every adult woman I walk by, excuse me, every adult woman that I walk by says, that dude smells good. And, yeah, man.
Than they are today.
Right.
On average, 10,000 years ago, the average brain size was 1,500 cubic centimetres. Today, it's 1,300 cubic centimetres. And quite literally, this is a direct effect of transitioning from a hunter-gatherer lifestyle to a farming type lifestyle. And we've got lots of research on this today about the effects of vegetarian and vegan diets on the brain. The simple
So, like, there's nothing wrong with having a hunter-gatherer lifestyle and a farming lifestyle where you crop and, you know what I'm saying? Initially, you want both. You want to be able to eat your meats and your veggies and your fruits, that kind of thing. Man, I don't care if I have a beer for the morning. That's the stuff. Dude, I'm not trying to be rude, but I gotta take a beer piss. God damn it. Oh, that's better. Sitting here doing the potty dance while I'm in my chair, like, like I don't mind stepping off camera to have a piss, but like if I gotta do number two, I'd end the stream and come back at it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fact is, the brain is 2/3 fat.
Mm.
It needs fat. So, and a good 20-25% of that is what we call DHA fat, an omega-3 fat that you don't get.
well, to support his theory, do you have a hard time concentrating when you're hungry, when you're starved of calories and food? It's the truth. When you are starved, when you're hungry, when you don't have enough calories in your diet, when you're starving and you're hungry and you need protein and meat, your brain and your body are going to have enough energy to function. Okay, let me ask you this. Would you, if your car was out of gas, would you only give it like enough gas to drive you down the block? And that's it. If that's all you could afford, then why the fuck you driving a car in the first place? That's the truth. Most people will be like, no. Exactly my point. When your when your car is out of juice, whether you drive a Tesla, a Prius, or a gas-powered car or ethanol. I don't care. Like, I don't care, dude. I don't care. That's the truth. Because you need your car. You know, it's the truth, you two. You don't want to like starve your car of gas or juice or whatever, because you're not going to go anywhere, dude. So why do that to your body?
Plant foods you get from animal foods. There's other nutrients like zinc and iron, which are B12, which are absolutely essential for brain function. So they've done studies where they've shown that if you have iron deficiency and they give you an iron infusion, that your IQ improves, your performance on IQ tests improve.
Really?
They did a study.
You ever think how long, like how humans have survived this long? Isn't that just crazy to think about? Think about this, you two. Humans have survived for this long, the human species, since their inception and creation, when an alien fucked the hybrid of like a fish or some shit, like when an alien fucked a fish, and then that fucking fish developed legs, it became amphibious, and then fucking crawled on the land, and then another alien fucked the offspring of that, which caused, you know, what we have today. That's how humans were created. An alien fucked a fish, and then the fish crawled on the land after becoming amphibious, and then another alien fucked that thing, whatever the fuck that was, and the offspring of that had sex with another creature on land, which created monkeys, and then the fucking monkeys evolved into humans. And the aliens have been trying to tell us this shit for years, man, through their crop circles and shit. But nobody wants to believe that. Yeah, just Cobra who's had. And no one's going to take me seriously because, well, he's been drinking, so chalk it up to that, right? Fuck you. Otherwise, the government wouldn't try to cover it up. Like, oh, we spotted UFOs over Area 51. Care to comment on that? You didn't see shit. Men in Black start showing up to your fucking door, like erasing your memory and shit. Like, you didn't see shit. And the hunter gatherer lifestyle is not easy, YouTube. It really isn't. Because humans have to discover through trial and error, This plant safe to eat, give you nourishment. This plant makes you sick. They weren't just born with this knowledge. This plant gets you high as shit, great for recreation and substance. This plant You think the ancient civilizations weren't doing drugs to recreate their time? Of course they were, dude. Because ancient civilizations did not have things like iPads and cell phones and TV and internet pornography to recreate their time. So they were doing things like tobacco and homemade alcohol and cannabis and opioids and mushrooms and shit like that. Chewing on cocoa leaves to get that effect, kind of thing. If Mother Nature makes drugs and it could get you high, trust and believe our ancient civilizations were doing it. And Major Shocker, want to sniff it? No. Who was the first people to put a stop to it? You guessed it, Christianity. Yepers. You do the research on drugs and religion in our society and throughout history, and you'll learn a couple things. In the government, when they start seeing UFOs and shit, they want to sit there and act shocked. But bitch, please, they've known about the existence of aliens for years, man. They're just acting shocked because they don't want people to know, that the government and the aliens secretly meet up at Area 51 and conduct weird ass sci-fi shit. If I'm wrong, then why the fuck would the government have such a stink about just random civilians that are non-government officials you know what I'm saying, investigating where their nose don't belong? Like how Area 51 has perfected the lightsaber in real life, but it's not coming out until they feel like it's ready to come out. Area 51 has access to technology like the Jetsons and Star Wars and shit like that, and Star Trek, kind of futuristic sci-fi shit. But they won't release to the general public until they feel like it's time. The Area 51 has technology 50 to 60 to 70, 80 plus years advanced to our current technology, and it's been that way for ever since its inception. Are they doing experiments on aliens and psychic powers and shit like that? And just really fucked up shit. Yeah. The kind of shit they don't want you to know about, like, oh yeah, we're totally conducting experiments on human superpowers and trying to figure out how that works, creating real life supermen kind of thing. Like, what if you could use technology to amplify your brain waves to the point where it's like you could start flying like a Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z, and you totally had control over it. And then they amplified the specific parts of your brains to the point where your Tai Chi skills and your superhuman strength, and like you'd have the ability to fly, shoot laser blasts out of your hands, kind of thing. They're totally doing experiments on this kind of thing. And the reason why they don't want the public to know is because then everyone would want superpowers, man. That's why the fuck they're keeping it secret, but I didn't say that. No. How the fuck did I go from talking about dietary choices to government conspiracies, man? Shit.
Sydney University. So there's a substance called creatine. It's only from flesh. And they found that when they supplemented vegetarians with this substance, their IQ increased, but not an omnivore or somebody who's already eating creatine in their diet. So there can be absolutely no doubt that a vegetarian or vegan diet is not as healthy or nourishing for the brain. In actual fact, in Belgium, if a parent feeds their child on a vegan diet, they can go to jail. And a lot of vegans and
I agree with that. Absolutely.
Vegetarians will say, well, I'm not going to offer comment. A lot of vegetarians, they will claim that we know about these deficiencies, and so we correct for them. So first of all, there's a bunch more things that are deficient.
Like, I could have told you that. There have been numerous studies that show a vegan diet is far worse for you than a carnivore diet because your body naturally craves red meats and proteins. It's ingrained into our DNA, dude. Regardless of what the government does with Area 51, if you're stupid enough to try to like poke your nose around where it don't belong, that's how they get you. If they determine whether or not you're a threat to security, that kind of thing, versus they're just some conspiracy theorists looking for the juicy details. That's how you end up getting shot with the fucking tranquilizer about that tiny, right in the neck, and then waking up in a fucking desert halfway around the goddamn world going, who am I? Where am I from? Just fucking forget everything. Yeah, you don't want to fuck with the United States government. That's just something you don't do. Like, you can expose the truth, but or what you deem to be the truth kind of thing. But at the same time, it's just like, if we lie to the government, we're terrorists. But if they lie to us, that's politics.
The vegetarian diet that people aren't aware of. You just have to ask them what they're doing for choline and just watch their face glaze over.
But I guess the question a lot of people want to know, because I talk about this a lot, I talk about the idea of soy boys. The idea that someone becomes less masculine or less of a man, if you will, whatever that means, because of the amount of soy consumption. Now, is there any science pointing to soy consumption increasing estrogen or making men more likely to grow breast tissue or shrinking of the testes, those type of things?
So, yeah, so it is known that soy does have some estrogenic effects. So,
holy crap, the whole soy boy thing is true to some degree. That eating too much soy can have estrogenic effects, meaning it will increase men having more female characteristics by eating too much soy. Fuck that. Dude, if your boy Cobra had a pair of double D titties, I'd never leave my apartment. I'd be sitting here going, boobs! Okay. There's a fucking image for you that'll have you staying awake at night going, the kind of things that nightmares are made out of.
whether or not you actually see symptoms of the magnitude that you'll detect in the study, you can't argue the base science that it will actually increase estrogen levels, which is the female hormone. And these kind of compounds take lavender oil. So there was a case of a boy who developed gynecomastia, a young child, because he was having a bath in lavender oil, and that also has estrogenic effects. So there's other chemicals that we're exposed to. So this is not some kind of, random mythical thing that could never happen. We do anything that has estrogenic effects has potential to cause these impacts. Also, with regards to vegans and vegetarian males who are having very low fat diets because plants don't have a lot of fat, they need to understand that saturated fat does increase cholesterol, sure. Cholesterol is the base ingredient for testosterone. Low cholesterol levels are associated with low testosterone levels. That is a fact.
Is tests like one of the first things you look at for health in a man?
It's the last thing I want to look at.
Yeah? Like testosterone?
I thought you were talking about testicles.
No. But hey, fair enough. I'm glad we have your opinion on that. But as far as testosterone, because I know a lot of men now are taking testosterone replacement therapy later on into their older years. Is that something you look at for health in a man early on in sort of when you're going through how someone is feeling?
So there are several ways we look at testosterone. One of the problems is that it's not just a matter of doing a blood test and saying how much testosterone is in your serum, because we've got another protein called sex hormone binding globulin that circulates around, and that actually binds to testosterone. And the theory is that testosterone is only able to be active when it's been let go by this sex hormone binding globulin. So, but definitely, there are certain conditions that we do see very low testosterone levels in. One of the most common is actually inflammatory bowel disease, which is an autoimmune, which basically means your body attacks itself, condition of the gut, basically the intestines and the stomach region. And it's not uncommon at all that patients with this condition will have low testosterone levels, and that will improve when they reduce the plant foods in their diet.
That's crazy, dude. But yeah, tubes. I'll catch you later. Check out that video if you want to watch it. Check PayPal. Okay. I can do that real quick before I hop off. Y'all don't have to donate money, but if you do, it's appreciated. Oh, damn. Yeah, I definitely got some money. Made like $153.91. Bitchin'. I appreciate that, guys and gals. Thank you for donating to the PayPal. I appreciate it. I definitely have more than enough money to mail off my wands between what I have in my bank account plus my PayPal at the current moment. Freaking sweet, dude. Keep going. Oh, I'd love to keep going, but it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. And I've been on stream for like 3 hours, dude. Jesus Christ is a cunt. Yeah. He said, well, ironically, rocking that Cradle of Filth merch. But anyways, YouTube, I will catch you cool cobras later. I want to smoke cigarette. How many cigarettes do I got left? Oh, look at that. I only got one left. Ah, there you go. I'm going to smoke a cigarette and go to bed because it's late. We've filled your brains with a lot to think about, conspiracies and what have you. I'll catch you later.